Good afternoon. It's Sunday afternoon, and it's about 3:30, and I'm getting ready to try to post a yoga on Facebook. Like yesterday, I tried, and it took a couple of hours before it even posted. So, anyways, this is going to be a workout for your core and just a good energizer today. So still a little bit cloudy outside, and I had hoped to do yoga outside today, but it looks like it's going to be inside my yoga studio again. So if you would like to join me, let's begin. We're going to start today by just coming into a standing position. So come at the top of your mat and bring your hands at your heart center. Ground your feet into the earth, rock back and forth, and just let yourself drop anything from your mind as you bring your presence into your body right now. Take your hands down, roll your shoulders up, and let your shoulder blades relax down your back. Breathe in through your nose as you take your arms out and up, placing your palms together, reach up, and then bring your hands to your heart center. Take another breath, arms out and up. And this time, soften the knees and swan dive down to a forward fold. Drop the crown of your head towards the earth and then press the feet and take your arms back out and up once more. And then bring your hands back to your heart center. Bend your knees. We're going to sit the hips back and down. And take the arms out and up as we come into a chair pose. So arms out, shoulders back, hips back and down. Sink down a little deeper like there's a baby chair sitting there waiting for you to sit down in. Keep your knees, your toes together. We're going to hold for one more breath and then gather the energy to your heart. Placing your hands under your shoulders, we're going to step into our first high plank. So activate the front side of your body, push your shoulders up, magnetize your core muscles, breathe in, and with your elbows pointing straight back, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Then pressing the feet, using your hands, rise to a comfortable cobra for you today. And then roll back down one vertebrae at a time. On your next inhale, press yourself back up to a comfortable cobra, but straighten out your arms this time and lift your pelvis. See if you can bring the knees, the feet together and lift your knees for a strong up dog. Come into your tabletop position. Tuck the chin round your spine and then set your hips back and down into a child pose and stay here for 3 breaths today. Just let your eyebrow center relax towards the mat and let your hips relax towards your toes. Tap into that intuition right now with that eyebrow center on the mat and just listen to your body today and do what feels good or modify as much as you need. Walk the hands out and round yourself into a tabletop position. And then curl your toes under. Lift your knees. We're going to hover with the shoulders right over the hands. Core muscles are magnetized. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, we're going to squeeze the navel in towards your back. Now begin to push your shoulders, your hips back into your first downward facing dog. Let your heart, your sternum area relax towards the mat. As you hollow out kind of your back and squeeze your outer shoulder blades in towards your spine, opening up to the collarbone area. And then look at your thumbs. We're going to walk the feet towards our thumbs and then toes together, knees together. Lower your hips and sweep your arms out and up once more. That chair pose. Sit back and down like that baby chair is waiting for you. And we're going to do some what I call little chair squats. So we're going to place the hands together, reach up, and as you exhale, sit your hips back and down and take your arms up. Inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And then hands at your heart. Place hands on the shoulder once more and step back in that high plank. Drop to your knees or lower yourself to the mat. And then rise to a cobra. Straighten your arms if it feels good to you today. And lift your pelvis off the mat for an up dog. Come into your knees first or just meet me in downward facing dog. And then we're going to hold for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, lift the right leg towards the sky for tail of the dog. And as you exhale, draw it in towards your chin and round your spine. I'm going to do it 3 more times. So kick and squeeze, expand, contract. 1 more, and then draw it in and step it up there by your right thumb. Dropping the left knee to the mat, sweep your arms out and up. We're going to stay here or rise to a strong crescent. Take 1 big expanding breath and bring the hands to your heart center. Now place the hands right under your shoulders and straighten out right leg. Go ahead and drop your head towards that right shin for a pyramid pose. And then look forward, bringing that knee over the heel. You can rise up to that strong crescent once more. You can keep that left knee on the mat. And exhale, hands down as you straighten out right leg and drop your head once more. Bend the knee, crescent, exhale, pyramid. 1 more, crescent, last exhale, pyramid. And then look forward. Step up with that left foot, toes to touch, knees together, sweep the arms out and up. Step the hips back and down once more. We're back into that chair pose. So this time we're going to do a little chair twist. We're going to reach up, place the palms together, and exhale, hands to heart. Now sit back and down. We're going to lengthen our body, lowering your body parallel to the mat, and then left elbow to right knee. So take an expanding breath, and then twist towards the right. On an in-breath, and take the arms out and stand all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart, bend your knees, set your hips back and down in that baby chair once more. Then lower your body halfway down, right elbow to left knee. Lengthen and then twist. On an in-breath, take arms out and up, press yourself all the way up. And as you exhale, left elbow to right knee, hips back and down. So we can do this for 1, 2, as you alternate, 3, from side to side, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And hands back at your heart center. Now sweep the arms out and up, fold, half lift, place your hands on the mat, and return to high plank. You can drop to the mat like we did before, or shift forward and lower halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling into a strong up dog or cobra, and exhaling any way you get there safely. Meet me in downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Take a moment to catch your breath. Find your center once more. And then lift the left leg, expanding, and exhale, contracting. Kick and squeeze. Last one, and round. Now look at your thumb and step left foot by right thumb. We're going to rise to that strong crescent pose. You can drop your knee, or you can rise to the strong crescent. And as you exhale, take the hands underneath the shoulder and straighten out that left leg. So you can drop the eyebrow center towards the left shin. As you breathe in, we're going to return to crescent and then pyramid. For 2 more, crescent, pyramid, crescent, and pyramid. Last one, crescent, and then hands underneath your shoulders, stepping back into high plank once more. Now drop your knees. We're going to lower our forearms to the mat right now. So forearms are on the mat. Your knees are right under your hips. We're going to tuck the toes under and lift your knees off the mat and push your sit bones back. So walk your feet back just a little bit. Keep your hips lifted. And as you breathe in, we're going to come into a forearm plank. So really magnetize these core muscles right now. And as you breathe out, we're going to press in with the back knuckles, forearms, and lift your sit bones back for dolphin. Exhale, or inhale, exhale. Breathe in, look towards the top of your mat, and exhale. for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then clasp those hands together. Walk the feet in a little closer. See if you can lower that eyebrow center or that forehead to the mat. And then walk the feet up a little closer. Just getting the crown of the head on the mat. So as we come into our dolphin pose right now, press the elbows, the forearms, and the pinkies into the mat. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to walk the feet back towards the top of the mat as we come into our forearm plank once more. And then lower the knees to the mat. Go ahead and take your elbows underneath your shoulders and let both hip bones relax to the mat. So pressing the top of the feet down and back towards the end of your mat. Get as much length as you can. And then relax your shoulder blades down your back. You can tuck your chin slightly under if that feels good. Getting a wonderful stretch in the back of your neck right now. Now from this, we're going to look forward as we breathe in. And as we exhale, we're going to look back towards our right foot. Inhale back to center. And exhale, just a little gentle twist. We look back towards the left foot. Breathing in back to center. Draw the hands underneath your shoulders and elbows and press yourself to a cobra. Straighten the arms, lift the pelvis off the mat, and then pressing the top of the feet, bring heels and knees together as you come into that strong up dog today. Breathe into the strong up dog. Come into your table, and then let's counter pose by rounding, taking the hands back, tucking the chin under, and lowering back to bring your hips towards your heels. Taking that eyebrow center towards your knees, and then reach back. See if you can bind your heels with your hands. And then pull the heels towards your shoulders. Really rounding your back right now. Really good counter pose for Sphinx. And then relax the shoulders over your legs. See if you take a horizontal breath across your shoulders. And then let those shoulders melt over your legs. Now walk the hands back out towards the mat. We're going to keep the hands reaching forward, or like a crawling, and dragging your heart along the way. And I call this Anahata pose. So we've got the hips high right over the knees, and the heart is low. Maybe you can get your chin down to the mat today. Or maybe you get your forehead down. And if you want to build a little bit more upper body strength, come up onto the fingertips and wiggle that heart down towards the mat. Hollowing out that back. Getting that wonderful curve in your spine. And then draw the hands back. We're going to come back into a tabletop position. Curl your toes under and lift the knees and come into that hovering pose for a breath or two. And then lift the sit bones up and back for downward facing dog. Now look at your thumbs. Take a breath and then press the knees together and lower your hips towards your heels. Use that breath to float your feet between your thumbs or up towards your thumbs. And then keeping the hips low, we're going to sweep the arms out and up and shoulders back and down. You come back into that seated chair. Inhale, look up, reach up, and take your hands down and back. We're going to reach the arms out and up, and we're going to sit down on our mat. Make sure there's nothing behind me. We're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time, get a little momentum going, and see if you can come, oops, I didn't get enough. See if you can come all the way up to chair. Take a breath and hold. Now drop your hands. We step back into high plank, exhaling into chaturanga, inhaling into up dog, and exhaling into downward facing dog. Now, right leg is going to lift up, and we're going to draw it in towards your chin and step it right there by your right thumb. And go ahead and turn your left toes at 10 o'clock, rising up to a strong warrior one. And then exhaling, finding your center right now. So take one more breath in your warrior one. And then as you exhale, we're going to open our chest up by squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, take your arms up. And exhale, squeeze shoulder blades. Inhale, up. And exhale, squeeze. Two more, up. and squeeze. Last one, and open up as you squeeze. And then we're gonna take right elbow under left. And either bring your hands back to back or palm to palm. Breathing in, we're gonna expand the arms, elbows up towards the sky. And as you exhale, we're gonna draw the elbows in towards your belly, squeezing the breath out. Then scoop your arms out and up and over, and then lower them back to your core. So 2 more times, up and down. Into the nose and out to the nose. And then unwind and come back to warrior one. Now hands under the shoulders, stepping back into high plank, exhaling into chaturanga, inhaling into up dog, exhaling into downward facing dog for 3 more breaths. So take a moment to find your center, catch your breath, stay present, and then toes to touch. Left leg lifts this time, and as you exhale, you're going to draw it in and round. And then step it by the left thumb. Toes are going to come at 2 o'clock this time. And you're going to sweep the arms out and up for that strong warrior one. Take a moment to find your warrior one strength. And then reach up and exhale. Bring your arms into goal pose. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then inhale, arms up, warrior one. And exhale into the nose and out for 3, 2, last one. And then take your arms to goal pose. This time left elbow comes under right, wrists are wrapped. As you take a breath in, we're going to press both feet as you reach both hands up and over. And then exhale, squeeze the belly. Bring the elbows to your core center. Reaching arms out and up, expanding, and exhale, squeezing. For 3, 2, last one, and open. And then cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step back into high plank. Exhaling into chaturanga, inhaling into up dog, exhaling into downward facing dog. Now take a little hop towards the middle of your mat, pressing your feet in the earth. We're going to round up nice and slow. And just sort of step towards the center of your mat, facing the right side of your mat. Okay, step your feet wide, wider than hip. We're going to come into our 5-pointed star. So arms are out by the side right now. So breathe in, drawing energy up from the arches of your feet all the way to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, let your shoulder blades relax down your back. One more expanding breath, and then point right toes at 12 o'clock and soften that right knee as we come into a warrior two. Now this looks like side angle, but it's going to be a little different. It's going to be a little bit more core. So we're going to take right arm to the left and left arm over your head. So inhale, warrior two. Exhale, this little twist for 5, 4, don't forget to breathe, 3, inhale, 1, and hold. Now from this strong warrior two, bend your right arm and take elbow to knee. Left arm is going to lift up towards the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to let it rest or reach towards the top of your mat. You can stay here in this extended side angle or take that right hand down to the right foot, getting a little deeper. So listen, modify or amplify, whatever feels good to you. And if you're really feeling good with this pose today, take that left arm back up and straighten out right leg. Don't lock it out, but press into the mat and straighten out that right leg as you come into your triangle pose today. Remember, in triangle, you want to think of one straight line, shoulders and hips, just like you want to lean that left arm back towards the wall. Like there's a wall right there. I'm going to place right hand on your foot or on your shin. Doesn't matter how deep you go. Don't sacrifice the integrity for touching your toe. Take one more breath in your strong warrior two, and then bend your knee and take your arms back to warrior two pose and hands at leg creases. Turning both toes towards the top of the mat or side of the mat. We're going to breathe in, squeeze shoulder blades together, lift chin, and then hinge forward. Drop the hands right underneath the shoulders and then drop the head. Oh, go ahead and take both hands towards the right foot and place the right hand behind the right ankle and the left foot in front. And then as you look towards the right, we're going to do a little twist and take a look up towards the sky over that right shoulder. And then walk the hands back to center. And as you exhale, we're going to walk the hands to the left. Left hand comes behind left heel or ankle, and right hand comes on top. Take a big expanding breath. Look to the left, and as you exhale, squeeze and look up over your left shoulder. Getting that nice twist. And then walk the hands back to center. Now turn left toes towards 12 o'clock, keeping right toes at 2. We're going to come over that right foot and inhale up into Strong Warrior 1 and open into Strong Warrior 2. Breathe in and find your Warrior 2 strength. Now, right hand is going to come, left hand is going to go to the right, and right hand is going to go to the left. I get that mixed up every time. So, in, out. Breathe in and out. Last one. Squeeze. And then come into your Warrior 2. I don't know what I was doing on that one. Take a big breath and reach and stretch into your extended side angle. And if it feels good, maybe taking hand down to foot and pulling the shoulder back and looking up at the sky. And then you can take it one step farther by straightening out the leg and reaching that right arm right up over the left. And remember, you don't have to lock that leg out, but you want to keep the shoulder back. Thinking both shoulder blades are on a wall right now. So hold your warrior or your triangle pose with integrity. And if that means taking the hand up towards the shin or knee, that's okay. Whenever you're ready, we're going to soften the knee and take the arms back to that Strong Warrior 2 pose today. And then hands to the leg creases once more. This time, we're going to heel toe the feet in a little wider than hip and turn your toes at 10 and 2. And place your hands at your heart as you bend your knees and set the hips back and down. So if you can come all the way down into a squat. Push those knees apart and move around a little bit. And if you're up here in a high squat, that's fine. Whatever you're doing, you're opening up the hips, and that's what's important today. So stretch the knees apart, let the hips sink towards the earth, and see if you can bring the shoulders right over the hips and get the chin tucked slightly under right now. You can stay here, or you can try a squat bind today by taking right arm out, lifting left arm up, and you just reach up with that left hand as you push that right knee away with right elbow, or you can scoop the right hand under and reach around with left hand and then squeeze shoulder blades together. And look over that left shoulder, getting a wonderful hip and stretch it also in your core, shoulders. And then hands back to center. We're going to take left hand out, right hand out. And maybe stay here or scooping hands towards each other and squeezing as you twist. And then hands back at your heart. Now place your hands under your shoulder. We're going to press our hips back and up. And then heel toe the feet back. See if you can come out nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time today. And then let's just do a little challenging balance today. So bringing your hands to your heart, rock back and forth. Get out of your mind right now and into your body. Feel your left foot grounding into the earth and take that right foot out. When you feel somewhat balanced, bring the right foot either to your calf. Sometimes I just like to kickstand, bringing my heel to my ankle, or pick that foot up and place it on your inner thigh. Just keep it off of your knee. Stay strong on this left side and then hands at your heart. So if you can hold today for 3 breaths. Last beautiful breath. And then we're going to take our hands at our hips and bring that right knee in front and then extend it out and up. See if you can lift it a little higher, and then you're going to bend the knee and point the toe down as we hinge from our leg creases halfway down. Now, option to airplane your arms, or take the arms out in front, or maybe bring the hands in a prayer-like position. See if you can hold your balance for 3 breaths. And then whenever you're ready, we're gonna bring right knee back to center and step it down, and then shake it out. I don't do so good on my left foot ever since I had my wreck in August, but it is getting much better. So at least I was able to do 3. So we're going to do the opposite side. So don't beat yourself up if you're not balancing very good. And then find your presence once more. Get out of that head. Don't try too hard. Have fun with this. And then gather that positive energy to your heart. Grounding the right foot into the mat, we're going to take the left foot out. Once you feel somewhat balanced, bring the left foot towards the right ankle, calf, or assist it up to the inner thigh. And then hands at heart, or yogi choice. You know, what kind of a tree are you today? Are you a strong oak tree? Are you a beautiful flowering cherry blossom tree? Are you a dogwood? Or maybe a pine tree that never loses its color. It's an ever, all year long, it's that beautiful green. Whatever kind of tree you are, hold your tree position, and then bring all that energy back into your heart. Bring that left knee to center, hands on the leg creases. We're going to lift that left foot, point the toe, and then point the toe down. We're going to lower, hinging from the leg creases down. See if you can find a focal or a drishti point and bring your hands to your heart, or airplane. Maybe extend the arms out in front for a warrior 3. See if you can hold for 2 more breaths today. Oops. If you fall out, just get back in. And whenever you're ready, we're going to bring that left knee once more back to center and step out from your pose and shake it off. Now, I'd like you to sit down on your mats. Sit down on your mats and go ahead and take that left leg out in front. We're going to take the right knee on top of the left knee as we come into a seated half cow face. And then take the shoulders back over the hips. We're going to just scoop the arms out and up, and then left elbow grabbing onto our left arm, grabbing onto the left elbow. Just kind of take it over to the right side. And then place the palm of the hand right in between your shoulder blades or on the back of your neck area. Right hand comes out, internally rotates, and then bend your elbow and swim the back of your hand up to meet the left hand. Maybe you can interlace your fingers or grab onto the back of your shirt. And then take an expanding breath. And then as you exhale, and drop the chin to the chest and lean forward. And kind of depending on your anatomy, it's like my chin comes right to my knee, or actually my mouth. Some of you may have a longer trunk or longer legs, and it's going to be totally different. It doesn't really matter where you are. Hold for 1 more breath, and then release. Place your hands under your shoulders, and then save your back as you press yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. And then take your feet, bend the knees. I'm going to take them about hip width apart as we just windshield wiper your knees back and forth, massaging those hips. And then extend right leg, take left knee on top of right, and then take your arms out to the side, scooping all that energy out and up, bend right arm, and just kind of take it over to the left. Palm of the hand is right in between your shoulder blades, and left hand comes out, internally rotate shoulder. Bend the elbow, swim that left hand up your spine. See if you can interlace your fingers. And maybe if you found your fingers, you think, oh, I'm better. Well, one side is always different. We are not symmetrical. We never will be. But yoga can help you be more symmetrical. And I can point out where you're not symmetrical. Part of it's our lifestyle. Part of it's we were born that way. It's our history, our injuries. 1 more expanding breath, and then chin to chest. And then just let gravity decide how far down you're going to go. So you're once more hinging from your leg creases, not your low back. And wherever your body comes in contact with your head, your knee with your chin, your knee with your lips or neck, it's going to be different for everyone. Now release your hands. Press yourself back up. Now lie down on your back. With the knees bent, take them wider than hip. And then press the low back into the mat. Let your knees fall together. And we call this a sacrum stretch. Tuck the chin under and make your back as straight as you can. So our sacrum, we don't want it to become fixated. It's a floating bone. And we want it not to attach itself to our spine. So this will help stretch it out. When it becomes fixated to your spine, it may help you lose a natural curve in your low back, that S curve. And you could have chronic low back pain. So take a few moments right now to press the low back of the mat and then release. Now, just like we did earlier, we're going to take the arms though out to goalpost or a T and windshield wiper your knees one direction. But this time, we're going to roll the head to the opposite and then stay here for a couple of breaths. Don't force the knees down. Allow the knees to soften on their own towards the mat. It's such a hard concept for most people who are really athletic because it's not a no pain, no gain. And you don't get better by forcing yourself. You get better in yoga by allowing yourself to let go as you deepen into your pose. So let's bring the knees back to center. Take your head to the opposite direction, let the knees fall. And then try to let yourself melt with no restrictions, no holding back right now. The only thing I'm asking you to try is to keep both shoulders on the mat. It doesn't matter how far down your knees go. And then also notice where you're holding tension. Is it the eyebrow center? Is it your jaw, your throat? Are you holding a tightness in your heart, your chest, or your belly? Wherever you're holding it right now, on this next exhale, release it. And then just like we did before, windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Just kind of gently massaging hips and getting that nice twist in the spine. It feels so good. And then bring the knees over your hips. We're going to take our peace fingers around our big toes or hands on the outside edges. And we're going to bring those knees down towards the armpits as we rock back and forth in happy baby. So we're really massaging the organs on the back side of our body, on our glands, like our adrenal glands. And once you rock back and forth in happy baby, lift those feet up towards the sky today. For your waterfall position, and place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. And let your shoulders relax, let your face become soft. Don't direct which direction your feet will go. Relax your feet, relax your knees, and just let everything melt into the hip area. You've heard me so many times, the benefits of waterfall. Don't forget, right now, so importantly, to let anxiety go, but also to boost that immune system, activating the lymphatic system. You want to help our body rid itself of any bacteria, viruses, and environmental toxins. So I'm not going to hold my waterfall as long as I would if I was just in waterfall position myself in my practice. But remember, you can do this every night and every morning. The benefits, I could just go on and on. And it's suggested 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night. Now hug those knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. And then extend your legs out long. Some people think that Savasana isn't that important, but Savasana is everything. Let your body have a moment or two to absorb all the benefits from this practice today. If you get stressed over something today or this evening or the week ahead, come back to your breath. And I like to use a mantra. I've been putting a little mantra every night on Facebook since we closed the studio. And the mantra is just a phrase or a word to keep you present. And mine tattooed on my wrist for I don't know how many years. But it was my mantra long before I had it tattooed on my wrist. It was let it be. So if something comes to my mind that's really bothering me, I can just look at my wrist or remind myself to let it be. And usually, by the time it comes back into my, or it doesn't come back, I've let it go. Another wonderful one is all is well. So just trust God, trust the universe that all is well. Now walk the feet back in towards your hips. Extend your arm over your head and roll over onto your side. And then just using that right arm, press yourself up. Maybe it's the left arm into a comfortable seated position today. And then bring your hands to your heart center. I thank you so much for practicing with me. But thank yourself for practicing yoga. Much peace, much love, and namaste.